In a quiet village near the River Ethiope, Adaeze often wandered alone, her heart drawn to the strange whispers of the flowing water. The villagers warned her never to visit after sunset, claiming the river carried voices of lost lovers. But Adaeze, ever curious, ignored them. One dusky evening, she met a man by the bank, tall, dark, and with eyes that shimmered like the moonlit current. He called himself Chima. Their connection was instant, electric, almost fated. Every night thereafter, they met in secret, their laughter blending with the rippling sound of the stream. Adaeze's mother noticed her daughter's glow, but also her growing silence. Something about Chima felt unreal. His touch was cool as mist, his presence fleeting as fog. One night, when Adaeze tried to follow him home, he vanished into the water, leaving only his reflection behind. Heart pounding, she heard her name echo from beneath the waves. Then the river shimmered, two faint human forms intertwined in its depth. Fear and desire tangled within her. Was love calling her deeper, or was it a trap beneath the current? That night, the village dogs howled endlessly, and the air smelled of rain and salt. The next morning, Adaeze returned to the river, only to find a strange charm lying where Chima had stood. It was carved from bone, shaped like two rivers meeting. When she touched it, a vision flashed, two lovers cursed by the gods for defying fate. One became the River Ethiope, the other its hidden twin beneath the earth. Adaeze trembled. Was Chima the spirit of that ancient lover? She sought answers from Mama Udwak, the village seer, whose hut smelled of palm oil and incense. The old woman's cloudy eyes widened when she saw the charm. "Child, you've awakened the river's sorrow," she whispered. "The curse demands reunion." Adaeze protested. She loved Chima, yet feared the watery pull he cast upon her. That night, as thunder grumbled, she dreamt of being submerged in silver waters, her breath replaced by song. Chima's voice called to her, pleading for freedom. When she awoke, her hair was wet, though her door remained locked. From outside, the river's whisper grew louder, almost human. She realized with dread, Chima was no dream. He was bound beneath the current, waiting for her to complete their union. Love, she thought, should never demand drowning. Days passed, and Adaeze's world blurred between dream and waking. Whenever she tried to stay away, the river followed. Its sound echoed in her calabash water, in the wind through the palm trees, even in her heartbeat. Chima appeared again, his form translucent, the water rising around him like a veil. "Adaeze," he murmured, "our love was once forbidden, but we can be whole again if you free me." His voice dripped with sorrow and longing. Torn between love and fear, Adaeze agreed to meet him on the next full moon. She gathered hibiscus petals as Mama Uruwak advised to ward off dark spirits. But when she returned to the riverbank that night, she saw footprints in the mud. Two sets, one hers, one too deep, too long. The air chilled. Chima emerged, smiling sadly. "You still have mortal fears," he said, reaching out. His hand turned cold as mist on her skin. "Do you not remember? You were the other river." Adaeze froze. A fragment of memory flooded her mind. She had once loved a spirit, had once chosen the land over him. The curse had split them into separate streams. Now her soul stirred, remembering the promise they'd made, to meet again when the moon turned red. The water around her began to swirl violently. She screamed, but the river swallowed her voice whole. Only silence remained, and in it the soft hum of love that refused to die.
When Adaeze awoke, she was lying on wet stones, far from her village. The river glowed faintly beside her, whispering in a tongue older than time. Her reflection no longer matched her. Her eyes shimmered silver. Her skin glowed faintly blue. She stumbled to her feet, trembling. From the mist, a woman emerged, elegant, robed in white, her face both kind and terrible. "You are the river's daughter," the woman intoned. "The gods wait for your choice." Adaeze fell to her knees, tears mixing with rain. "I only wanted love," she cried. "Love," said the woman, "is the strongest current and the most dangerous." She touched Adaeze's forehead, and memories surged. She and Chima as spirits of twin waters, forbidden to unite because their joining would flood the land. In rebellion, they had kissed under the moonlight, breaking the law of the elements. As punishment, they were torn apart, one bound to the earth, the other to the underflow. Adaeze now understood. The world would drown if they merged again, but Chima's longing was too deep. The woman's voice faded into the mist. "To save him, you must separate once more." Thunder cracked. The river roared. Adaeze knew the final choice was near: love eternal or life preserved.
The full moon rose like blood above the trees. Villagers gathered by the Ethiope, murmuring prayers as the wind howled. Adaeze stood at the bank, wearing white, clutching the bone charm. The river pulsed with eerie light. Chima appeared again, half shadow, half water, eyes filled with sorrow. "You remember," he whispered. "Come to me." Adaeze's heart ached. "If we unite, the land will drown," she said. He shook his head. "If we don't, I fade forever." The sky cracked open, rain falling like shards of glass. Lightning lit the water's surface, and beneath it, faces of lost lovers, all waiting. The river was alive, hungry for reunion. Mama Udwak arrived, shouting from the hill, "Child, the spirits test your heart. Choose wisely." The charm in Adaeze's hand burned. The whispers turned to cries. The current surged, wrapping around her legs, pulling her forward. She saw Chima stretch his hand, pleading, promising eternity. In that moment, Adaeze smiled through her tears. Love must flow, but not consume. She cast the charm into the torrent. Instantly, the river screamed, the water rising high before splitting into two separate streams, one clear as crystal, the other dark as night. Then, silence.
Dawn broke with golden calm. The villagers found Adaeze lying beside the newly formed twin rivers, unconscious but breathing. The Ethiope now flowed in two paths, one tranquil, one shadowed. Mama Uduak wept softly. "She has done what none dared," she said. When Adaeze awoke, her eyes were once again brown, her skin warm and mortal, but her heart felt hollow, as though half of it still drifted beneath the current. From the darker stream, Chima's voice echoed faintly. "You freed us both," it said. "Yet love remains." Adaeze smiled sadly, touching the water's edge. The villagers declared the place sacred. Two rivers, born from one curse, flowed forever apart, yet side by side. Children were told never to mix their waters, lest the gods remember their fury. As seasons passed, Adaeze devoted herself to tending the rivers, guiding travelers, and teaching love's balance, its beauty and its danger. Sometimes, when the moon turned red, the two rivers shimmered toward each other, almost meeting before pulling apart again, as if still yearning, still remembering. Years later, Adaeze grew old, her hair silver like moonlight. Yet she never left the riverside. One night, as fireflies danced above the twin waters, she felt the air shift, soft, cool, familiar. Chima, she whispered. Mist rose from both rivers, twining into a single glowing shape. He appeared as before, smiling, ageless. The curse has ended, he said. Your sacrifice balanced the waters. Now, you may choose. Adaeze's eyes filled with tears. I've lived long enough between love and duty. I choose peace. Chima extended his hand, and this time the water did not pull, it embraced. Together they stepped into the confluence where the two rivers almost met. The night grew still. When dawn came, the villagers found two new springs, side by side, forming a delicate pattern like clasped hands. Adaeze's hut was empty, her walking staff resting by the door. From then on, the rivers sang softly every full moon, a melody of longing and harmony. And those who listened closely could hear two voices, one of love, one of farewell, flowing forever through the heart of Nigeria.